Hey, how are ya? I'm gonna paint outside. Hope that's okay with you, but I don't care. I got a new watercolor palette. That's exciting. Couldn't figure out which direction to sit, cause also there's Opie. Hey, Opie, get out of my face. I love you. He also is fine. He just hurt his paw. Now, I did prime the canvas. I sure did, but not with the watercolor primer, just normal gesso. And it did fine. So take that, uh, watercolor. Listen, I just wanted to throw watercolors at the canvas. I, okay, watercolor, there's something, I know I've talked about it before. I don't want to say it's become kind of my favorite. Not in certain aspects, but in the aspect that it's very freeing and it's just fun. I think it's the most fun and the most free. Look at me. Don't I look fun and free? I am. Now, the color palette, I was like, what am I doing? I don't know. I was doing blue. That's what I was doing. And then I started adding some drippy leaves and some greens, some kind of yellowy greens. And I did want it to drip down. I wanted lots of fun texture. I've been doing a lot of chaotic watercolor backgrounds and then doing oil pastels, chaotic oil pastel flower fields on top of the watercolor on paper. So that's kind of what I was doing here, just having a fun background, and then I wasn't sure if I was going to layer another medium on top of it. But for now, I just started, you know? I just went for it. And honestly, okay, I'll stop talking about how much I feel fun and free when I'm watercoloring. I am also painting outside, so of course I feel even more fun and free. I'll stop saying that. Yep. Now I'm adding some darker green. Cool. That's awesome. Just like going for it, having a great time. Everything's dripping down onto the ground. I have a towel laying underneath the easel. Hey, look, I'm adding flowers. Okay. We're doing blue. I don't do blue a lot. I did a blue and green painting. What was that? It was a little stack of books. And it was so cute. I said blue and green. Cute. So I'm doing that, I guess. And then I'm adding, so I did the bigger blobs, and then I did the really tiny darker blobs, and with the tinier ones, as if they're little buds, little blooms, I'm adding just some fun and free. Oh my god. Are you okay? Am I okay? Sorry, I got tickled, as my grandmother would say. I got tickled and I just couldn't stop laughing, and that's just how it is. I will not say fun and free anymore, I promise. But I was gonna say adding little leaves and stems to the little ones, and now I'm adding leaves everywhere. And let's get down to business. We're being serious. This is a serious matter. As you can see, everything's still kind of abstract-ish. That's also what I wanted to do. Some abstract vibes, kind of some like wallpaper or like Vera Bradley pattern. Lily Pulitzer always, when I do, hey, also listening to that, I forgot about this album and I was just jamming out. This is a bunch of metallic watercolors, which I haven't, yes, I have, that's a lie. But these like felt, no, they weren't more metallic. I just haven't used them like this, so I'm outlining them in gold. But I was also saying Lily Pulitzer, whenever I do these kind of abstract watercolor ones, it always kind of reminds me of Lily Pulitzer. So that's cool, that's fun. And I am letting some of the gold drip down on some of them, just in certain places, not everywhere. We don't want to go too crazy. I don't know why I'm getting up. The dogs are out here, so they're probably getting into something. And my jacket is artfully off the shoulder. It just felt like that. What can I say? Sometimes with the little flower buds that I do that are really just blobs, but then I turn into flower buds. I kind of just scribble around it. So I did that with the gold. Can you see what I'm talking about? If not, who cares? At this point, I was saying, yikes, you know? You're probably saying, okay. And you know what we do? We just keep going until it looks good. So here I am adding a darker color to the middle, still doing watercolors. I really thought I would introduce a new medium, and I truly did not. Because, sorry, I almost went back to the fun and free thing. Because I was like, I'm sticking to watercolor. Now look at this fun thing I'm doing, okay? So I'm panicking a little bit, right? Panicking a little bit, saying, what do I do? I knew I needed a darker outline in some form. I did not want to go over it with a paint pen though, because that's just ruining the vibe. I wanted to keep it soft and fun and free and watercolory. And so I got watercolor in a darker blue, and I kind of just like did some shading, as some may say, kind of around the gold outline. I didn't cover it up, but I think that looks really cool. And then I started adding, I found a lighter gold. Well, I mixed the gold with like this pearly white color, so it did this like champagne lighter color. And I went over all the gold, kind of added some dimension, some highlights. And what's crazy is I left it like this for maybe a week, and I did not film me kind of fixing it up and finally finishing it. So what I did was I added white paint pen only in the middle. And then I added some more darker shading with the blue and some darker green. I added some even smaller tiny flower buds and in the darker blue, so it kind of brought everything together. And it just like it looks like a little jungle, and it's so fun and free. All right, this has been nice. Okay, love you, bye.